You know how it usually goes with military tech, right? A superpower builds something amazing, and everyone else just tries to play catch-up. Well, what if that whole script just got flipped on its head?
So yeah, let's get right into it. Why on earth would a military superpower be copying a drone from Iran? And here's the thing. This isn't a story about some super advanced stealth bomber or a crazy hypersonic missile. Nope, it's about a drone that's simple, slow, and really, really loud. And it's completely changing the game, forcing giants like the US to scramble and build their own.
So, say hello to the Shahed-136. And what makes it a game changer? It's not some top-secret high-tech gadget. Actually, it's the complete opposite. Its real power is that it's ridiculously simple, surprisingly effective, and just shockingly cheap.
Okay, so the whole idea behind this thing boils down to one simple concept. It's a one-way trip. And think about it. When you know your weapon isn't coming home, you can just ditch all the heavy, expensive stuff you'd normally need. And this is where it gets really clever. You can hide 5, maybe 6 of these drones inside a totally normal-looking shipping container. Put that on the back of an ordinary truck, and suddenly you have a mobile missile battery that's practically invisible. The container just tilts up, the drones shoot right out of their racks, and then, poof! The truck drives away, leaving almost no clue where the attack came from. And just look at how every single design choice is perfectly tuned for this one mission. Those Delta wings? They give it great lift, but they're also short enough to cram into that container. The body is made of fiberglass, which is light, cheap, and a pain for radar to spot. Landing gear? Nope, don't need it. It's not coming back, remember? And for takeoff, a little rocket gives it that first kick before the main engine sputters to life. All right, let's talk about the engine. What's powering this thing? Well, it's about as low-tech as you can possibly get. We're talking a simple 50-horsepower, 2-stroke engine. You know, the kind of motor you'd find in an old motorcycle, or, yeah, literally a chainsaw or a lawnmower.
So this is where you get this really interesting trade-off. I mean, this drone is incredibly slow for a weapon, right? It's only cruising at about 180 kilometers per hour. But here's the twist. That slow speed isn't a flaw, it's a feature. See, by flying slow, it drastically cuts down on air resistance, and that means that tiny little engine barely has to break a sweat.
And since there's absolutely no fancy silencing technology on this thing, it is notoriously loud. I mean, reports from the ground describe this terrifying buzzing sound, almost like a chainsaw in the sky, that lets you know it's coming long before you can see it. That cheap engine noise, it's become its own kind of psychological weapon.
So, let's put all the pieces together. You've got the slow speed, which means low air resistance. That lets the tiny engine just sip fuel instead of guzzling it. And that incredible fuel efficiency is how this simple little drone gets a truly mind-boggling range. We're talking up to 2,000 kilometers. It's crazy. But, you know, for all that, the explosive on board isn't even its most powerful weapon. Not by a long shot. Its real power isn't about what it can blow up. It's about what it costs. And this, right here, is the part of the story that has military planners all over the world just scrambling, because this has stopped being a battle of technology, it's become a battle of budgets.
Okay, get this. The estimated cost to build one of these Shahed drones is just $20,000. I mean, that's less than what a lot of people pay for a new car.
Okay, now hold that number in your head. And now, think about the main weapon you'd use to shoot it down. A single Patriot interceptor missile. The price tag on that? Around $4 million.
I mean, just look at that imbalance. It's insane. You're spending $4 million to take out a $20,000 target. That is a 200-to-1 cost difference. Let me put it another way. For the price of firing just one defensive missile, the other side can launch 200 of these drones at you.
And that's the whole point. This is what we call asymmetric warfare. The drone wins just by taking off. Even if it gets shot down, even if it never hits a thing, it's already done its job. Why? Because it forced the defender to spend a fortune, to burn through their precious multi-million-dollar missile supply. It's a way to bleed an enemy dry, financially. So, you can bet that this brutally effective strategy hasn't gone unnoticed. This blueprint for cheap, high-impact attacks, yeah, it's going global. Russia's already making its own version. They call it the Geranium-2. The US is working on a similar drone called Lucas. And India has one in development called the Shahed-150. There's no getting around it. The age of cheap, throwaway attack drones has officially arrived.
And it's not stopping there. The next generation is already being designed. Think about these things, but with AI, capable of launching coordinated swarm attacks.
That's a whole new level of deadly, and a whole lot harder to stop.
So all of this leads to this one giant strategic headache. How do you fight back against a weapon that's, and I mean this literally, too cheap to shoot down with your best gear?
You can see the defender's dilemma here, right? Sure, you can use missiles, but that's just not financially sustainable. You could use anti-aircraft guns. They're cheap to fire, but their range is tiny. You'd need thousands of them. And laser systems? They look promising, but again, they're short range and they're just not out there in big numbers yet. There's no easy, perfect answer.
So this one simple drone has completely flipped the script for military planners. The big question is no longer, can we stop it? It's become a much harder question. Can we actually afford to keep stopping it? And that leaves us with one final, pretty sobering thought. As the skies start to fill up with more and more of these cheap, smart, disposable weapons, you really have to wonder, are the days of the billion-dollar warship or the $100 million fighter jet numbered? It's kind of wild to think that a simple lawnmower engine could be signaling the dawn of a completely new age of warfare.